Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In textbook gift, Future Officers Sale, You Are the Next Officer starts from August 1st onwards. In this sale, yearly textbook Pass Pro cost only $527. Its actual price is $699. On the occasion of this sale, it costs only $527. So don't miss this opportunity to purchase this test series. If you will use my coupon code TESA12 to get extra 12% offer on available plans, so don't miss it. So this is continuation of yesterday video. In yesterday I posted reasoning section. Today we will continue as a part 2 video. I'm not completed general awareness and computer awareness section, so that's why I'm attempting only few questions. Which of the following is not present in MS Word? Which of the following is not present in MS Ink Brush? Which protocol is commonly used for secure and safe communication over the internet? Dash was the first web browser developed by National Center for Super Computing Application. Which of the following option is not the advantage from e-commerce? Which of the following option is not the advantage from e-commerce? Which of the following option is not the advantage from e-commerce? Increase in credibility. Which of the following device is used to connect two systems, especially if the systems use different protocols? So I think which of the following device is used to connect two systems, especially if the systems use different protocols? I think it is bridge or gateway. Yes, gateway. Next. Comment is D1. Okay, and waste break is 2C. Dash are the visual effects which appear in PowerPoint when one slide moves to next. Slide effects. Which out of the following is true about cell range in MS Excel? Which of the following operating system is primarily based on graphical user? I think MS-DOS. Which of the following operating system is primarily based on a graphical user interface? I think Android or MS-DOS. Linux. Which out of the following cannot be reported as cyber crime? Sharing a content online, threatening someone on social media. Option B, I think. Which out of the following companies are not developing antivirus software? The linker, linker, select the shortcut key of MS Word. A hard disk becomes totally accessible. A hard disk becomes totally inaccessible when a computer virus corrupts its root directory. I think next. When creating a web document, dots per inch. Which of the following web pages are considered as a first phase? That is home phase. Boot loader program, which invokes booting of the system stored in CLC, command line interface. Shortcut key. Under the last action. Which one of the items given below is not the menu for MS Word? Which one of the items given below is not an item of the menu bar in MS Word? I think it is exit or tools. Tools. C is an example of not the slideshow bar. Which of the following will not advance the slide? Email address. Which of the following is not valid about email address? Who recorded father of the controllers purpose? Dash algorithms compresses video data to reduce number of bytes that can be easily transmitted and compressed. Hexadecimal. 300 XL is 400%. Think maximum zoom percentage in MS Excel. I think it is 400 or 500. Optical character recognition. To connect the text phrase in a document and the document is a network topology requires the central controller or hub. Which network topology requires the central controller? Smallest memory size, kilo. Shortcut command of align text, center. Extension of Excel. .xlx. Think extension of Excel file .xlx. Full form of BPS: bytes per second. Small circle flow chart. What does a small circle of flow chart represent? It is not output device. Sorry, it is not the input device. Bullets in Microsoft Word. So think, what are the bullets in Microsoft Word? I think small dots, squares, dashes, or graphics. Next. Programming in a language that actually controls the power signals or data within the computer is called. Dash is a service that allows us to put a website or web page onto the internet. Dash is an 8-way connector that is used to connect computers on local network. So input devices, think barcode scanner, touchpad. Which protocol is commonly used to secure the safe communication over the HTTP protocol? Telnet. Which protocol is commonly used for secure and safe communication over the internet? Think Telnet or HTTP. HTTPS. Dash was the first web browser developed by National Centers Application. Opera, I think. Dash was the first web browser developed by the National Center for Supercomputing Application. I think it is Opera or next. Advantage of e-commerce. Which out of the following into MS developing antivirus software? The linker is required to create a load module. MS Word. A hard disk becomes totally inaccessible when a computer virus corrupts its root directory, I think. Bootloader program which involves booting in the system stored in any device. On to the last action. Next. In which city did the United States host the 2024 NATO summit? In which city did the United States host the 2024 NATO summit? Which among the following is not a component of the current account balance of payment account? Service export. Which company developed the indigenous light tank tube for collaboration DRDO? I think Mahindra. Which company developed the indigenous light tank Joravar in collaboration with DRDO? I had out on Bharat Electronics or Mahindra. Which company developed the indigenous light tank Joravar in collaboration with DRDO? I think it is Toto or L&T, I think. Who has been selected Dr. C. Narayan Literary Award? I think Perumalai Murugan. Or Shiva Shankari, I think. Which ministry inaugurated the first national additive manufacturing symposium system in India? Name of the satellite. According to the World Bank working paper, who has joined board of directors of the US India Strategic Partnership Forum? Tata Sons. Which insurance company recently launched health insurance? Elevate. I think ICICI Lombard. Next. The Telecommunication Act is said the government has reconstructed 6 cabinet committees. India has initiated the Rupee Kyat textiles, I think, or pharmaceuticals. Which company named principal sponsor of Team India? Adani Group. What is the name of the joint military exercise? Maitri. Who among the following was elected South Africa? Which satellite monitored NASA since 2018? Hubble and James Webb. Which satellite monitored by NASA since 2018 detected unusual X and C-shaped ionospheric structures? I think Hubble or James Webb. I think gold. Insurance next. Under which theme 18th edition of Mumbai International? 6 films. Who has been appointed as the principal advisor of Soumya Swaminathan? Who was honored with Excellence Award for outstanding work in homeopathy? Meet Popper. Old Economic Outlook. Old Economic Outlook published by which one of the following organization? I think WTO or UNDO or IMF. Churchill race recently became the first finance of which country? Hungary, UK. Think UK next. Which company changed its name, Samman Capital, to India Builds? The 1 week, 1 theme. I think B or the 1 week, 1 theme initiative recently launched by Union Minister Dr. Jitendra Singh comes under which organization? I think Council of Scientific and Industrial Research. Option B. Which city not among the venues hosting the Durand Cup? GDP estimation. The Financial Outlook President Ministry of Finance. In the defense sector, automatic route is who secured both men's doubles? Malaysia. India's global ranking 6th. Bilateral trade of India, Russia achieve. Who has assumed presidency of Financial Action Task Force? T. Rajakumar, I think. Who has assumed the presidency of the Financial Action Task Force? Christina Lagarde or I don't know. Next. Which organization? Which organization signed a MOU to launch STREE program? I think rural development and development. Who will lead the Indian parliamentary delegation BRICS forum in Asia? Lal Singh. Which city did United States host the 2024 NATO summit? I think Washington DC or New York. Washington. Which ministry inaugurated first additive symposium? Ecosystems. Artemis, I think. What is the name of the satellite to be launched by SSLV under commercial mission named Space Maitri? I think it is Artemis. Artemis. Or Optimus. Think Optimus next. According to World Bank Working Paper 250,000 Democracies, a review of Willows government on Panchayat Institute. World Environment, the global host. Board of Director US India Strategic Partnership Forum, Tata Sons. Which insurance company? The Telecommunication Act 2023 aims to replace outdated colonial era laws like the Indian Telegraph. Set on December 31st, 2023, I think. I think it is textiles or pharmaceuticals. India has initiated a rupee CAD trade mechanism with Myanmar to boost bilateral trade. Under this agreement, what did export to Myanmar for the first time? Textiles, I think, or pharmaceuticals. Pulses, I think pulses. Next, I don't know about the remaining questions. These are who will lead the Indian parliamentary delegation BRICS? Russia. I have doubt on C and D. So submit this section. Yes. Next, English. When Tokyo held its inaugural Olympic Games in 1964, when Tokyo held its inaugural Olympic Games in 1964. The old saw in New Japan emerging the when the world saw a New Japan emerging, the devastation. Even if a few indications showed hints of normal, the operation of government offices, commercial centers remained poor. Although student attendance may be low, registration for the forthcoming have increased in all high school. In terms of goal participation, Madrid is not acquiring elite player. Next, 5 to 8. Many people are wired to seek and respond to rewards, with the brain interpreting food as rewarding when hungry and water as rewarding when thirsty. However, addictive substances like alcohol and drugs can overwhelm natural reward. Overwhelming, I think relinquish. Elevate, I think. Relinquish or facilitate. I have doubt on elevate and intensive. Intensive meditation. Exhaustive. What is the role of molecular genetics in shaping the understanding of addiction? Molecular genetics. Addiction. Molecular genetics. expression. Next, through this exercise the teacher prompted a shift in the students' perceptions assigned a homework task to list gender derogatory terms. The class struggled to find male equivalents to derogatory terms for women, revealing societal biases ingrained in language. Through this exercise, the teacher prompted a shift the students' perceptions. When the dash had finished their work and gone home, Brickmason's gypsy. When the father had finished their work and gone home, the dash woman was paying, the blackmailed woman was paying, the businessman was being blackmailed by the local gangs in order to extort. So AD Jim's dash got him a puppy for his father, and he knew A and B. Once upon a time, AC, the sun dash on the fine. The sun shone on the fine. Making it as a hot AP. The sun hot on the fine. When further finished their work and gone home, Brickmasons gypsy hurried to the tent in the PC. The election committee will be dashed with a new function. Interested participating in the nomination of. The election committee will be interested with a new function. Participating in the four are part of a group of 47 activists. The four are part of a group of 47 activists charged with conspiracy, Japanese defense official on Sunday said that they intend to closely monitor how China will increase its An Air France crew en route from Rajasthan to Delhi made an flight. Harish enrolled in a class that teaches horticulture so that he can cultivate his garden. So next, that is people experience heart failure on a higher percentage of heart attacks occurs in cold weather and more people experience heart failure on Monday day of the week. A higher percentage of heart attack occurs. Next, the lips but the infant throws our moved by a mere twist of we may be able to convey our perform dances imitate the movements of the perform dances in many hunting tribes. Imitate the movements of the prey in animal skins. Perform dances in which the hunters dressed many hunting tribes perform dances in which the hunters are dressed in animal skins. Next, processions or formal dance patterns formed part of our prayer service in some Christian community. Processions or formal dance patterns in some early Christian communities and formal dance patterns formed part of the prayer service. Next, pollution was not a serious problem as long as CED there was enough space available for group. The lips but the infant throws. As adults we may meet the lips but infant throws a twist of P may be able to convey our twist of the lips but the infant throws metal. The resilient nature of the team was evident. Says and ordeal. The trial was long and painful. Next, 13, that is, continues to be an inherently imperialistic language. We have to carefully construct grammar and the return of artifacts to their places of origin. Continues to be an inherently language. We have to carefully construct grammar and English spread around the and meaning to pause. Carefully construct grammar and English spread around the world with empire. The return of artifacts to their places of origin. Continues to be an inherently imperialistic language. Without having visited many communities, a weekend of music, dance, theatre, live murals, curated walks, performance, and what drew him on Wells, his mother's death, and Oscar Siggy and Beatty. Without having visited there is very little change in the conjugal contract. National Family Health Survey data show that higher education levels could play a place within the community are more important. BF and place within the community are more important for the wealthy. Their perceptions is there is very little change in the only BF. Also a potential source of danger. Parliament is once again in a familiar and product still create enormous problems of national unity, especially in Africa. Danger, also a potential source of danger. Parliament is once again in a familiar. Next. When Tokyo held its inaugural Olympic Games, the world saw a new Japan emerging. The world, even if a few indications showed all the student attendance. Many people are wired to seek and respond to rewards, with the brain interpreting food as rewarding when hungry and water as rewarding when thirsty. However, addictive substances like alcohol and drug can overwhelm natural reward pathways, leading to cravings and reduced impulse control. Contrary to the popular misconception that addiction is solely a matter of willpower, advances in molecular genetics over the past decade have reshaped our understanding. Scientists and healthcare professionals now widely agree that addiction has a strong neurobiological and genetic basis. As a behavior neurogeneticist leading a team investigating the molecular mechanism of addiction, my work combines neuroscience with genetics to explore how alcohol and drugs influence the brain. Recent data from animal models reveals that alcohol and drug abuse directly influences changes in gene expression in areas of the brain associated with memory and reward response. The genetic choreography Within brain cells where DNA is wound around histones undergoes alterations due to addictive substances. These alterations range from changes in neuronal connections to behavioral shifts. For example, alcohol and cocaine can cause alternative forms of genes to be expressed, resulting in changes in dopamine receptors and transcription factors linked to reward signaling and neuronal function. The exact mechanisms through which these substances cause changes in gene regulation are still not fully understood, but there are indications such as alcohol byproducts unwinding DNA and memory circuits. Understanding how addictive substances change cell function is complex, as the version of a gene can be modified before it becomes a functional protein. Inferred medications for mental health diseases such as antidepressants have no impact. Alterations in genetic choreography within brain cells. Genetic choreography with behavior shifts and lifestyle choices like dietary changes, intensive medication, affect and the effect on physical health. According to the passage, what are the primary effects of smoke and nuclear explosion? Smoke soaring and nuclear explosion. According to the passage, what are the primary effects of smoke? Sustainable nuclear exchange could release millions of tons of the smoke soaring into lower atmosphere. Affected by the solar radiation. Which event from 1815 does that passage cite to illustrate the potential effects of a nuclear winter? Indonesia Mount eruption. According to the passage, which of the following given statements is correct? Sunlight does not play any significant role in nuclear power has etched a paradoxical identity both as the harbinger for clean, efficient energy and as a symbol of global annihilation. One of these dualities fears some heads in the phenomenon called nuclear winter. The term echoes ominously in the vast halls of climatology and geopolitics, referring to a theory that suggests a complete and untimely cooling of the Earth's surface following a massive nuclear detonation could conquer. And towards the end of the Cold War in 1980, esteemed scientists such as Carl Sagan and a team of researchers hypothesized in the catastrophic impact of nuclear detonation. The premise was simple but unnerving. A nuclear explosion creates not just immediate devastation and lethal radiation, it's also about myriads of firestorms producing colossal volumes of thick smoke. Sunlight does not play a significant role in accessible nuclear exchange. It affected weather globally. Catastrophe. Next, war term based, a tragic byproduct of our technological advancements and continues to be an inherently imperialistic language. Sims are under increased pressure against you. We have to carefully consider grammar. Lessons. The return of artifacts of their places of origin. See here. Continues to be an linguistic language, English veteran. Also a potential source of danger. Parliament is once again in a familiar. Anonymous problems of national interest, especially in Africa. CD or CF. Next. The class deliberated on gender terms like master and the mistress, unveiling how the female gender often altered the connotations of authority. When Tokyo held its inaugural Olympic Games, the world saw Japan imaging the devastation. So I submit this section. So I pause this test. We will continue in next video.